Logan and our special guest, Craig Washington.
Thank you.
The author of the book Exile.
Exile.
And Craig was sharing with us. You want to know what already happened? You got to go back and watch the previous segment. And subscribe. Click the subscribe button, share, comment, and then share again.
All of that.
All that stuff. Every time. All that stuff. Your mama, your cousin, your sister, everybody. So they can hear about Craig. And okay, what is this character's name?
The character's name is Mark North. That's his name. Mark North. Character's name while he's as a professor in this particular lifetime. His name is Mark North. His actual real name is Kenzie Lathias Nile.
Kenzie Lathias Nile.
But for this book, Mark North. And part of the thing about having a character that lived that long was he was probably going to have different names.
Okay, I was going
Hell
to
yeah.
Because you can't have the same name.
How is this dude staying alive
Exactly.
for 3,500
years.
years?
Exactly. So,
sleepy than a mother.
no.
He's sleepy.
But,
Right. This is narcolepsy.
yeah, exactly. So
Okay, so you said this particular lifetime. So okay, thinking about researching to write some. How long did it take you to write this book with all those historical accounts and all that? I mean, how long did this take?
I'd say grand totals are start probably about 5 or more years, I would think.
Wow.
No, I mean it was this was the first thing I had ever really written. And so a lot of it was, sort of, I wanted to make sure that the research was, was fairly accurate. At the same time, like I said, try and sort of weave stuff together and to keep it, if this is going to sound realistic, sort of make magic as plausible as possible.
Right.
And so, sort of borrowing from this. And so if I had to research sort of the Templars in the Middle East or Columbus and, the Arawak, as well as some history just to try and get names correct and dates in which characters could interact in. As this character sort of moving back, as well as, you got to look up other things like rituals and so on and so forth. And so it took a minute. It was actually, like I said, it's kind of fun because as you read these things, you realize, again, history is a lot stranger than we, we really.
Man, you can't make up some of the stuff
No, you
that.
really can't.
Yeah, and so as you're looking at the Templars, obviously this is where we get the Friday the 13th. Because
Okay.
all these dudes are wiped out on Friday the 13th, and you get all the legends and the mysteries and.
What's your favorite part of the book? What's your favorite story segment out of everything? Out of all of that, like, what's your favorite? I think about everything in scenes, so I don't know it's not a scene. But like, what's your favorite chapter? Do you have one?
I don't.
Your favorite side character?
My favorite side character. It's oh boy. I do like. Well, Shikana, obviously. There's a female assassin.
Is she hot?
Yeah, and how old is she?
Shikana's about, I'm guessing she's about 25, 27,
That's
somewhere.
why it's his favorite.
Well,
She's
actually,
not an alien.
no. She's human. And she's busy. So she's busy having a relationship with this other assassin. And so she's at. So I really did like her. She was a lot of fun.
To write?
She was. I mean, it was. She was within the book. There are two groups. One I call the Diablero. Those are the assassins. The other group I called the Yan. I named them after a medieval character named Enoch Yan. Skip him. But anyway. Well, no. I just don't want to get into too much detail regarding it. But anyway. And so the assassins are trying to sort of split away from the Yan, who've been sort of controlling them for many hundreds and thousands of years.
Okay.
And Shikana is more or less sort of an assassin / revolutionary. And so she doesn't want to be a part of this. But they're basically sort of bound to this other group by a magic spell.
Oh, I put a spell on me. Spell?
Oh, no, there's magic and demons.
Is there a race? Is human race against this alien, or is it?
These would be human. Well, in one section, you get humans collaborate. Well, North is he's sort of doing his own thing. But in terms of this other group, the Yan, what they've managed to do is find a way to get in contact with this demon I named Janus. And so we get interdimensional stuff and so on and so forth, and they're collaborating with him.
Okay.
Their assassins, Diablero, don't want to, who they have controlled for many years. Some of them are trying to split off from that. So like I said, it gets fairly complicated in terms of people's allegiances, but it's not specifically humans. Some of them, like I said, have decided, they literally worship this demon as a god. And so, yeah.
His book is
Got a
deep.
lot going on
Oh,
in
yeah,
this book.
yeah.
Can't be slow. This is like watching some movie that recently came. Okay, Scandal, right? So when Scandal came on, a lot of people had a hard time keeping up because things happen, simultaneously. All this stuff is happening. And it sounds like in this book you got a lot of stuff kind of happening.
Well, I didn't want it to be too easy, and I know that sounds...
Oh, shit.
Well, no, I know...
It does not sound easy at all.
Well, it was...
You don't want slow people to read your book, right?
Well, no. I want
Pictures for those.
well, and I got and I'm doing
illustration
well, and for a second edition, there is going to be a second edition of the book. I got an artist who will be putting pictures in the book.
Cool.
But I wanted to the hard part was sort of making it a balance between being complicated but being interesting and a page turner. And so one of the reasons I wrote it in sort of the first person was so that, as you're reading it, it's more of it's I and you, and so you're more drawn in, as well as I wanted to put enough action in it and adventure so that people would really, okay, what's happening next? What's he doing over here? And so that was really sort of the balance.
Is there like an overall message that you, because to me, whenever I write something, as I venture into doing more writing and screenwriting and stuff like that, like it's important to me that there's a message that's delivered in what I'm sharing with people. So do you have a message that the series will deliver to people?
I don't know I think if there is a message at all to this, I think that one of the things I remember reading is that great men are not often good men. And I wanted to add that in terms of the complexity, because you've got a character, and you'll get all the in the later novels, there'll be all the palace and, all the palace intrigue and so on and so forth. But, a lot of men and women in this where you see, I wanted to add complexity to it because they are good people, or many of the characters are decent people, but sometimes in certain situations, decent people have to do very undecent things.
Exactly.
And, they're going to be doing these things. And this is sort of the whole realistic. This is not going to be, say, Harry Potter.
Okay.
So should there be a parental advisory sticker on the front of
Well,
your book?
in this one, I just didn't have time to add the sex.
No time to add the sex.
Sorry.
Sex.
I didn't. I really, I managed to get only a little bit in. Sorry.
Sex.
You only could get a little bit in.
I was very hurt by that. I really was.
So was she?
Well, no, she
That's
just
what
said,
she said.
yeah, that's what she said. And I. And,
You gotta make time for sex.
well, and so, well, what I did was, this is sort of going to the main character, and I'm going to a little bit of a preview. As I had written it, the people who read it said, "Okay, Craig, this is just unrelentingly dark."
Okay.
And they said, "Look, you got to give this character, some humanity, a girlfriend, and something like that." And so I said, "Okay, fair enough." And so I wanted to, but I didn't, since this guy's been around for so long, I didn't want to, sort of give him, just sort of a normal woman.
Yeah, I mean, because how could a normal woman? He's had everything.
Exactly.
He's had everything.
Should have had a lot of
Oh yeah.
Has he ever been gay?
Huh?
Has he ever been gay?
Him? He may have been. He may have
Okay,
been.
on that note, we'll be right back to talk about Craig's possibly gay alien. We'll be right back with more of That's Just Sexy We'll be right back with more of That's Just Lola. Subscribe. We'll be right back.
Yep, the book. Yep.
We'll be right back.